What's up, everybody? Welcome into the Pack a Day podcast. I'm your host, Andy Herman. You can follow me on Twitter at Andy Herman NFL. I will tell you up front, for the first time in 311 episodes, and I don't know, I think we've done over 1,000 plus, 1,090-ish audio versions of the podcast, 311 now of the video, plus some bonus episodes. For the first time, I'm not going to be talking, I guess, about the Green Bay Packers, and frankly, this is probably going to be a fairly short video here. I hope after about, again, 3 years of audio podcasts, almost a year now of videos, that you will indulge me with a day off, if you will. Just got back. It is 2:34 in the morning as I'm recording this. Just got back from Pfizer Forum. Went to the game. Was not expecting to go to the game when I recorded the episode yesterday. Woke up, decided to go. One of the best decisions I've ever made. What an absolutely magical night for the Bucks. It was amazing to be there. We got the PJ Tucker shirt rocking. Man, I guess a couple things that I want to say really quick is that I get there's the entitled town or I get like it's only been 11 years ish since the Packers won the last Super Bowl. But since that time, and really if you go back to 1997, when the Packers, technically won in January of 97, the 96-97 Super Bowl, since that time up until today, there'd been one championship in Wisconsin sports. And that was the 2010, 2011, or 2010 Super Bowl for the Packers. That's not an insignificant period of time for one championship. And what I've always said is I always wondered if during my lifetime the Bucks, the Brewers, the Badgers, the rest of the teams in the state could they just get one? I feel pretty confident. We don't know what's going to happen next with the Packers. There's obviously a lot going on, but I feel confident that at some point they'll be able to reach the top of the mountain. Again, there's no guarantee in that, of course. But I always wondered with, the baseball, the salary cap the way it is, the Brewers being so behind the eight ball, the Bucks being a small market team in basketball, which really puts you behind the eight ball. Obviously, Badgers with, your Alabamas and your LSUs in football. And then in basketball, we saw the Badgers get there in the championship game, but, usually there's a couple super teams each year with that as well. I always wondered would there just be one, and that a part of that is what made this so special, is to be able to see that one in person. But the biggest thing I want to say is over the last 10 years, there's been a lot of adversity for Wisconsin sports teams since the Packers won it in 2010. Obviously the Badgers losing in tough fashion, the Seahawk Packer game, NFC Championship, a ton of tough playoff losses. Brewers losing to the Dodgers in the NLCS. You guys know all of them. And regardless if you're a Bucks fan, whatever team you're a fan of besides the Packers, I'm sure your team has faced adversity too. And to just go through this. And the game with the Giannis block on Ayton, the Drew Holiday steal with the alley-oop to Giannis, all of it, and then of course winning it today. It's all those heartbreaks you don't forget, but man, these moments just don't come along very often. You remember just how hard it is to get to this point as a team and as a fan of the team, and it is so worth it. It is so worth it in the end. Two other things I'm just going to say really, really quick is one of the things that I love about the vast majority of championship teams is that they usually have found a way to overcome adversity. And for the Bucks, being down, 2-0 to the Nets, one game to the Hawks, and then basically 2-2, they were tied 2-2 with the Hawks, with Giannis basically missing the rest of that series and finding a way to win that, and then down 2-0 to the Suns, and then winning that series. The adversity in each of those, the Nets that Nets Bucks series. I mean, Durant was just phenomenal. They punched him in the face, and the Bucks took it. And yeah, if Kevin Durant were one shoe size less, the Bucks may have not got through that series, right? But just to see that, and then of course the Giannis injury, where you didn't know, it didn't look like he was going to play the rest of this season, potentially maybe even miss next season. For him to do that, to have that injury, and then play game one of the against the Suns, and then to have an all time playoff finals performance in 6 games with a absolute cherry on the top of a 50-point performance in game 6 of the NBA Finals to win his first championship. I have nothing left to say. It is absolutely amazing. There's a lot of emotion. I'm overjoyed. I love you guys. Thank you for following along. If you want Packers stuff, I promise you, Dusty, Steve, and Sarah did a phenomenal job on today's audio version of the podcast talking about training camp. So if you need a Packers fix, feel free to go over there. I'm taking this one off. I appreciate you all. Go Bucks. Bucks in 6. Go Pack Go. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Talk to you soon.